You got to be careful when buying things from Facebook Marketplace. You got to vet the people you're meeting up with. Check out their profile. Make sure they're not a scammer. Make sure they're not trying to rob you. You got to make sure you're on your P's and Q's when you're buying something on Facebook Marketplace. Have them meet you at a police station or a public parking lot. Because yes, it's possible. We all know. We've all heard the stories of people being scammed, robbed, the whole nine. That's what this video is about right here once again. Before we get it started, family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe and ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it. Let's let these people share their stories of how they got scammed on Marketplace.
If it looked like a scam, sound like a scam, or sound too good to be true, 9 times out of 10 it is. So my friend saw this listing on Facebook Marketplace for a 2-bedroom apartment that she was interested in. It was a house for rent, and the price was at $1,900. So she inquired to the lady. She asked the lady, how did she go about it, considering she never had an apartment before. The lady said, here, his application. I'll send it over to you. I got a few showings. These are the dates and these are the times. So my friend did ask her, like, hey, $1,900 is a little bit steep for this place. Like, I really do like it, but are you willing to go down on the price at all? So they did a little haggle back and forth. And the lady so-called said that she'll give her the apartment for $1,200.
Red flag right there. Since when can you bargain? The price is firm. They might have a move-in special, but that's about it. They're not about to drop the rent by that much, let alone. We're hearing about rent increases. She should have saw the red flags. Clearly, she didn't. She ignored them and got scammed. Let's see.
So she's still talking to the lady. The lady is telling her, like, hey, this is one of my top places. Everybody's interested. My phone is ringing off the hook. Everybody want to come see it, and it is first come, first serve.
It's one of your top places. Everybody want to come see it, but you gonna knock the price down for her off the rip? Sounds suspect, don't it? A real landlord would have just gave it to one of the other people that are inquiring for full price.
So if somebody do come in, they put their application in, and they do come and put a deposit in, they're going to trump your spot. And even though you got a showing to come see it on Friday, if somebody come before you, then they'll get it first. So now she getting my friend on nervous. She was like, if you're really interested in this place, you can just put down a partial deposit. You can put down half the security deposit. You can put down $600 hold, and that money will be refundable. That money will be refundable to you. If you're not interested in the place, you no longer want it, we can refund you the money. Or if you are interested in the place, that can go towards your security deposit. So my friend is like, okay, I'll do it. Like, should I get a money order? How do I send you the money? Can we meet up? How do we make this arrangement?
That's a known scam on Facebook Marketplace. They do that with cars too. Hey, this car's $3,000, $5,000, whatever it is. If you're looking to purchase a $5K car, a $3K car, that part don't matter. What I'm saying is they'll be like, look, you can put down a $500 deposit because there are so many people that are interested. If you put a deposit down, I will make sure you get this car. And they get a bunch of people with that. 500 from this person, 500 from that person. If they get 10 people, that's $5,000. They might not even have the car for real. They could have stole the listing off of Craigslist or someone else that posted it, and you just so happen to see it thinking they're selling that car. You got to be skeptical of the listings as well on Facebook Marketplace, because people will put whatever to make it sound good to get the sale or to scam you. Now, if she's about to say that the landlord said send a payment via Zelle, Cash App, or iMessage, you already know that she don't know the scam prevention tactics, that she is not equipped in the field of scam prevention. That's a no-go right there. That's a million red flags waving once they say that.
Lady is like, hey, you could just send it to me via Venmo, Cash App. You know, you can send it to me through one of those apps.
Venmo too.
And she's like, okay, well, I can Cash App you the money. She done Cash App this lady the money. She comes to work the next day and she's like, I'm so happy, y'all. I got the place. She said she's going to hold it for me. I still have my showing. I get to go see it on Friday. I'm so excited. If everything goes well, I'll get the keys on Friday. So I'm asking her questions and I'm like, how much was the place? She was like, it's $1,900, but she lowered it for me. Like, me and her was kind of connecting. We were vibing. We came up on the price. So she's willing to give it to me for $12. Like, it's so nice. Oh my God, the pictures are amazing. I can't wait to go see it. And I'm like, so the place went from $1,900 to $12. She's like, yeah, she was willing to go down on it for me. And I was like, and where is this place? And I'm like, and you sent it to her through what? She's like, I sent it to her through Cash App. She's like, I can't wait to go see the apartment. Tuesday came, Wednesday came, Thursday came, Friday came. There was no apartment to be seen. The money was gone and the lady had dipped. The lady vanished and she lost $600. Cash App ain't helping nobody recover no money. I don't know. $600 at a loss over a Facebook Marketplace.
The scammers know within the terms and conditions of Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, iMessage, once you send that money is gone. Once you send it, you better be for sure that you trust the person that will be receiving it. She clearly was gullible and naive. Didn't ask any questions. Just how the lady on the screen, she was asking all of these questions. Wait a minute. She peeped all the red flags, the lady didn't. All right, now, the last one was about a $600 scam. This person got scammed out of $4,600 on Facebook Marketplace. More than likely, it was for a car. Just judging by the caption on there, 4,600. What else would you be buying for 4,600? Let's see.
So I'm making this video to not only share my experience, but to spread awareness on people who are potentially looking or trying to buy used cars on Facebook Marketplace and the potential dangers of doing something like that, so that you don't end up in the situation that I am in right now. My eyes are so red because I have literally been crying. I have come to terms with the situation, but I'm going to share my experience so that this can potentially educate you or somebody you know on how to maneuver about buying cars on Facebook Marketplace. So I am so tight that I got scammed out of $4,600 because I am somebody who does the research, does the tedious looking, make sure I have everything that's necessary. I really try to make sure that when I'm doing something, especially when it requires spending this much money, that I am doing the right thing and making the right decision. So I was literally shopping around for used cars on Facebook Marketplace because I financed a car in the past and it was literally just too much. And I came across a listing for a 2018 Nissan Sentra. Now, if you know anything about cars, you know that Nissans typically have like transmission or like engine issues. But if it's well maintained, like you pretty much can buy a used Nissan that's working pretty well. I have been looking at cars for literally 4 weeks because I have been vetting out different pages and different cars and like communicating with people and like basically trying to find a good deal, a good car and things like that. So I found a listing for a 2018 Nissan Sentra and I reached out to them. It was a couple, it was a woman's page, and it pretty much looked fine. Like they had pictures of the car. It didn't look like AI or like some crazy fake picture because a lot of people try to scam like that. Like it looked pretty much like it checked out. The Facebook page was like legit, like it wasn't AI, no, none of that. And I'm going to like put the name of the Facebook page. So if you are trying to buy a car and you see this name, do not buy it from this name. So I make an appointment to go and see the car. And when I get there, I was communicating with a woman who said that it was her and her husband. But when I got there, it was two men. First red flag. So I got there, they're showing me the car or whatever, like it checks out, like the car literally looks fine. And the type of person I am, I'm like, you know what, I don't care if the car looks fine, I don't even care if it drives fine, because I also test drove the car, which is why I'm also very upset, because I test drove the car and it didn't have any problems. And literally I had somebody with me, they were in the car. Like if the car had the problem that it acquired 2 days later to me purchasing on the same day, like I wouldn't have bought it and it wouldn't have been like hideable, if that makes sense. But anyways, I test drive the car, smooth, perfect, everything. I took it to one mechanic. I paid. They examined the car. They told me that there's little minor problems with the car, but I didn't really mind that because I'm buying a used car. It's not going to be perfect. I even also take it to AutoZone to plug it into the OBD scanner to see if it has any like transmission, engine, battery stuff. Also had to check by a mechanic to make that clear. Everything checked out pretty much perfectly fine. So when I got the car, I drove it home that same day. Everything was perfectly fine. I'm telling y'all, the car was accelerating fine. It wasn't really making any noise. It was perfect. Like, it was driving, like, literally. 2 days later, I'm driving the car, and I realize it starts, like, jerking when I'm trying to accelerate, and it's making a whistle sound like the car is not trying to accelerate. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. That's not supposed to do that. So initially I'm thinking it's the brakes. But when I went and bought the brakes and took it to the mechanic and the mechanic like drove the car, they were listening to that sound and they were like, that's not the brakes. That's the transmission. So we fixed the brakes and everything. And even after fixing the brakes, I bought brand new brakes and everything, put the brakes on the car, drove the car. It was still having that problem because lo and behold, it's the transmission.
I knew she was going to say the transmission. Most of the times, that's the reason they're selling those cars. They're trying to get them off because they know they're about to have problems with the trans, and they don't want to pay to get a new one put in, right? And that's something they don't want to deal with. So they want to get it off. They want to sell it to somebody else, get their money for it. You got to think about it. When these people are selling these cars that they had for oh so long, why all of a sudden do you want to get rid of it now? That should be the first question. Why are you getting rid of it? If this was your daily driver, what's up? Why are you getting rid of it now? What's going on? What's wrong with it? First question, what's wrong with it? That's after you make sure it's not a stolen vehicle. It be hot cars on there they trying to get off because they stole too. And I got a story about that because I've been through this too on Marketplace looking for a car and link up with dude then smoked in the car before because he was nervous. Meets at a gas station. He has a dealer plate on the back. I'm like, what's up with that dealer plate? Oh, I work at a dealership. I can get any car. Huh? This is a stolen car from a dealership. Then the dude in the semi pull up like, you better watch him, man. He hop out, start inspecting it, looking the guy up and down. I guess he knew the dude was known to pull up at that gas station and sell stolen cars. But he was on him. He was like, yeah, don't get it off of him. He's like, don't trust him, man. He dang near was about to beat dude up. It was just a lot of red flags with him, right? Meet up with another guy. Dude pulls up in a car. It's on E. He's in the shooter booter, little raggedy car. It got 2 plates on it. On the back, it's a plate from Cali. On the front, it's a plate from Michigan. I'm like, that's weird. And then the car that you're selling is nicer than the car that you're in, way nicer. And there's no gas in it. So I tell him, look, there's no gas in there. Because he had 2 cars, mind you. So he leaves me with the keys to the other car. I could have just ran off with that car. But he don't care because they both stole, right? He goes and puts the gas in it. So I'm like, who sells a car on E? And who just leaves the keys to the other car? And both are nicer than the car that he's selling. And dude has a Meyer tag on his shirt, so he works at Meyer. But he's saying he's a car salesman, allegedly, because he was sent up there to sell the car for that person. Then I asked him, hey, you selling 2 cars? He said, yeah. I'm like, dummy, you forgot that you were supposed to be selling this car for somebody else. No, I'm talking to the original salesman, which is you. But he forgot that he was not supposed to be the original salesman, if y'all get where I'm going with it. And he says he's working with the guy. It was a shop on the side. They were fixing cars. So dude on the inside, he walking with a limp. He looked like a head, if y'all know what I mean. He looked like a fiend. He tells us, yeah, we retagging these cars. I'm like, he straight up just told me what his operation is. And they're doing this in broad daylight. They basically running the chop shop. He said, we take the trackers off and we sell them. I'm like, you got to be real careful with the marketplace is what I'm trying to say.
Mind you, there is no check engine light. There is no warning light. No nothing on the car. So they ended up telling me that it's possible that they put some type of like truck oil or something that'll make the transmission in the car run perfectly and smoothly the same day. And then eventually it'll break down, of course, because the car doesn't actually run that way. So when that happened, I reached back out to the number, and when I got to the voicemail, this is a Google Voice subscriber. So this is a fake number. I go back to the Facebook, no answer. I'm literally texting the page, literally nothing. I go back, all the information on the page is gone. All the photos and everything on the page is gone. It literally looks like a blank Facebook page. So quite literally, I got scammed of $4,600. When I was messaging them, they gave me a home address, but I don't even know if that's a legit address because they could have quite literally just given me anything just for the sake of like telling me or like selling the story. So if I try to even take them to small claims court, I don't even know how to do that because how can I confirm that this is their address or anything because they quite literally just played me. This whole situation has had me very upset because I spent my money, but not even that. It's just the fact that I paid for the repairs and brakes for this car just for it to be messed up. And I also paid for registration and insurance on a car that I can't even drive. I am literally in the city. I have to go upstate where I go to school, and I cannot drive that car upstate because it is fucked up. Like, this whole situation has me messed up, but if y'all have any ideas, any recommendations, or anything on what I can do, please comment and let me know. Do I feel dumb? Yes, I do. Did I do my due diligence to make sure that this didn't happen? Yes, but people out there are getting better at their scams. So if you are buying a car on Facebook Marketplace, make sure you do your research and make sure you, just try not to get scammed because they're getting good nowadays.
One thing about a scammer, they're always working on their craft. A scammer know how to scam if you are not aware of their tactics, right? And if it's not you, it's going to be somebody else getting scammed. They're not going to stop until they make that sale, right? Drop stories below in the comment section about times you have potentially been scammed on Facebook Marketplace, or if you have been scammed on Facebook Marketplace. I would love to know, how did they get you? And what should we all watch out for? Use the comment section to inform others. I appreciate y'all for watching. Peace. To my Hebrew fam, shalom. I'll catch y'all on the next one.